Hello, I'm Alastair McIntyre from electricscotland.com, and I'd like to tell you about our lifestyle menu on Electric Scotland. Essentially, the lifestyle is really a little bit of a catch-all because clearly there's only so many menus you can actually put on a website. So lifestyle became a kind of mishmash of other things that we had on the site to try and direct you there. For example, if you click on the lifestyle menu, you'll get an index page, and on there you'll find things like haggis stories. And we have some brilliant wee stories about the haggis and the life of the haggis and its mating rituals and so forth. So, a lot of fun you're going to have there. We also have a link, a Highland home. It shows you how the old Highland homes were built and how they were furnished. We've got a great story about Yukuri Koss, who for 2 years running won the Le Mans 24 hour. It was actually a very good friend of mine, Ronald McIntyre, who used to be, I think he was the head mechanic for the company. And so he worked a lot with Yukuri Koss, and he's reminisced and told us some stories about the company, so that's really interesting. We've even got we take like contributions, for example, and there's Stan in Scotland's the Bard of Banff he's called, and he's done tons and tons of poems for us on the site. But his wee son Andrew is taking up a great interest in Scottish fishing vessels, and so he's taken a whole sets of pictures of various fishing boats. And so we've got a nice wee collection there for you to enjoy if that's something that's of interest to you. We have a little bit of Scottish clip art. We've got like Today in History. That Today in History is actually very ancient. It was when I used to run a bulletin board service. This is before the web was in existence, or the internet for that matter. We had this nice little program on the bulletin board, which you could, if today was your birthday, for example, you could go there and you would get tons of dates of people that were born on that day, or died on that day, or just significant events that happened on that particular day in history. So it actually would make a very good little kind of birthday present for someone. If you went there, you could print it out and give it to them as a nice wee kind of additional present. Kind of interesting for people to see what happened on their special day. We also put links to things like Celtic cookery. We've got a Scottish chef that's actually in Australia right now, and he's been sending us in a few contributions there. And we also put links to like a desktop that we have. The desktop was more for me than anyone else, to be honest. It's just that I was never very good at converting inches to centimeters and things like that. So there's little calculators there that make that dead easy. I'm also totally bemused about Roman numerals. So there's another wee calculator there. If you put the Roman numerals in it, it'll give you the actual date from that. So these are the kind of things that you'll find. You'll also find things like Jeanette did us an interesting series of stories about tea and having a tea party, and so things like that you'll find there as well. So lots of miscellaneous links to bits of our site that I think for one reason or other you'll probably find quite interesting. So that's our lifestyle section on Electric Scotland, and I hope you'll enjoy exploring all of the interesting links, and especially all the good haggis stories there. Thanks.